Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope you're keeping really well and safe. Now today's video guys, I'm in the Polytunnel again. I'm going to be rearranging a load of my succulents and I'll show you what we've got here. I have one large table here with a load of a mixture of different types of succulents on, and also the plant stand over here where I've just sort of started to put a few on. And the other day I rearranged all of the aloes, agaves, haworthias and gasterias, or the majority of them that can fit on the stand, all from this stand here onto this stand here, and then put some of them also at the bottom there. And we have a couple of the other ones at the back as well, and some agaves that we're going to be moving out into the yard when the weather warms up a little bit more. It's lovely, beautiful weather the past few days. The nights are still very chilly, so chance of frost is gone. The agaves going out there, but the rest of these succulents, when I moved the aloes, gasterias and agaves from there, I then moved all the succulents that was on there onto there, and I need to give it a complete rearrange. And what I'm going to be doing is taking off the majority of this table and the rest of what's on here. And also I've got some Echeverias and other types of succulents up in my office and grow room that I had over there for the winter time. I'm going to be bringing them back outside now. And the reason why they were in my office, because I normally keep all of my other Echeverias out in the Polytunnel. I keep them cool and dry. But because they were ones that we rescued in January this year from a lady here in Ireland, and she'd been growing them in a windowsill in the house, so we didn't want to put them into the Polytunnel in the middle of winter. But now it's April and the weather's warmed up now. As long as we use the little heater, which we have over there, that comes on if it drops below 5C, then we're sort of okay to put the majority of the succulents out now, and probably wait for the next couple of weeks or so before we bring the rest of the cacti and succulents that we overwintered in the house back outside again. But this is what I'm going to be doing here. This table here, as you can see, is a bit of a jungle. I will be having to prune a lot of these plants back. As you can see there, there's air little roots there, so they can be taken as cuttings. So I'm going to be doing a lot of cuttings and pruning back over the next few weeks. But what I wanted to do for now, as I say, is to just give everything a bit old sort out so it looks a lot aesthetically pleasing in the meantime. So I think what I'm going to do to start off first of all is I'm going to be put all of the succulents, all the small ones, onto the floor, and then I can look at everything and then put them all into size and shape order. Normally what I like to do is group everything together. Like I like to have all the Crassula jades together, all the Echeverias together, but because they're all grown at many different stages, it looks untidy, as you can see here. So I think what I'm going to be doing is keeping the bigger, taller succulents at the back onto this table here, and all the smaller ones like the little Echeverias and everything all on here. And I have a lot of other succulents as well over here, some in a little bowl garden, and again these probably could do with a bit of a pruning back as well, but they're okay there. In fact, this looks lovely here by the door when you walk in, so that's going to stay where it is. All the cacti are sort of kept here, and then we've got some more we need to bring in outside when the weather warms up a bit more. But this, I just think it's going to look so much better tidying. So obviously I'm going to bring the ones I've got upstairs. I'm going to show you in a minute. They're mainly all small, low-growing Echeveria type plants. So they're all going to be going on here. And then the taller ones I'm going to be leaving on here. So sorry for all the waffle, guys. What I'll do now to get my head together with what I'm going to do is I'll take all the small ones off, including all the small ones on here, the low-growing ones, in other words, and all the small ones off here, then onto the floor. Then I'm going to bring down the ones that's in my office as well onto a tray, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And once I can see what we've all got all on the floor, then I know how to rearrange everything. So there we go. That's today's task. Good job to be done, guys. And now I'm going to start off by putting all the ones I've already got here in the Polytunnel now, the small ones onto the floor. Now that's that plant shelf emptied, and that's all the plants from the plant shelf on the floor. I've kept the string of pearls and string of tears and the string of bananas on here because it's just easier to hang it for now, but I'll probably be changing that around, obviously. So now I'm just going to take all the small ones off the plant table now. Now there you go, that's all the smaller ones taken off here. I've left some of the smaller Crassulas because what I'm going to do is probably do a nice display with all our different type of Crassula jade type plants all together on this table. And these are some of our Aeoniums as well. This is my Discoria elephantypes, commonly known as the elephant's foot, as you can see there, actively growing now with its vine. And going to neaten these up a little bit as well. Some of these Aeoniums need the dead leaves took off them too. And then these are some epiphyllums that we have out normally in the winter. We have got all our other ones out at the moment today, enjoying the sunshine up on the hanging basket stand out there. And then we normally bring them in of a night time then to protect them from the cold nights that it's been the past few days. But these ones, I think for now, because it's only temporary, put them into my office. Obviously, I'm bringing plants down from my office, Echeverias and everything, and then there's going to be some space up there in my office to put these up. So then it's going to give more space to do a display with the succulents, because these epiphyllums, what I'll probably do once the chance has completely gone of frost in the next few weeks, I'll probably pop these up into hanging baskets like the other ones. I can hang them out in the yard for the spring and summer. So there you go. And all I have to do now is go upstairs and take the ones down in my office and do the same thing, put them all on the floor, and then I'm going to start rearranging them as and when I can now. So, yeah, this is how my mind works. You know, if I look at things, I think, oh, I'm going to arrange it here. I just get everything down on the floor, and then I'm easy. My brain then is able to work out size and how to do it. I'm weird like that, guys. Now, this is the succulents in my little office and grow room, and most of these were given to me this year. We did a little plant rescue in January. We made a little video when we went all the way down to Waterford, where we used to live in Ireland, to save some plants from a lovely lady, and they're all doing really well. So they're going to be going into the Polytunnel now, mainly sort of Echeverias and the Morganium and Kalanchoes as well, and Cryptopetalums. So that's going to be great here. So what I'm going to do now is put these onto a black plant tray and then bring them down to the Polytunnel. Now that's all the succulents from my office here, all on the floor, ready to go into the Polytunnel. I just have to show you something really beautiful. This is one of my Ripsalis on the hanging basket stand here. Absolutely blooming beautiful today. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? And this gorgeous. This is a Ripsalis alborealata, and absolutely beautiful to see. It's this big hanging basket stand I have here in my office. This is going to be going out into the yard in the next few weeks once the chance of frost has gone, so they can enjoy all that lovely rain and sunshine out in the yard. And this is the mess that's left behind with all the plants took away. So probably what I'll do, if not tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to completely rearrange all these plants here. Now that's them all brought down from upstairs from the office, and the other ones at the top here. And what I'm going to be doing, just thinking about this while they're all on the floor, I'm going to give these trays a bit of a clean, and I'm going to, just for today, and I'm going to do another video tomorrow because time is getting on a little bit, I'm going to focus on all the Crassulas, the jades, which are all these here, and the Aeoniums here, a few different types, and the Echeverias. And because, as you can see there, I've got a lot of small growing Echeverias. Now some of the very taller ones may have to go somewhere else, but I have a lot of sort of odd bods and sods, as you call them, with succulents. A lot of them, as I say, like this needs a definite pruning back. But just for now, I'm going to focus on, just for today, the smaller growing Echeverias and some of the smaller type of Crassula types, like this one. Crassula ruby marginalis, is it? Yeah, marginalis. This is absolutely beautiful, guys, and it goes really red in some lovely sunny days here the past while. It's gone really red. So that one I'm going to keep with the Crassulas, and hard to believe that is still related to this family of the common jade plant. But I'm going to keep the jades maybe at the back. So what I'm going to do now, guys, sorry if I sound all over the place. You can tell I don't plan my videos, can't you? I'm going to take all of this off these trays here, give this a good old clean and a wipe down, and then go through these Crassula jades and the Aeoniums, put them back. And then I'm going to focus then on rearranging them and then putting on all of the smaller Echeverias and doing a lovely display on this table. And then I'm going to finish that for today. And then tomorrow I'm going to start off with all the ones I've got left onto that plant stand there. So, right guys, just going to take all of this off here and get cleaning and sorting through the plants. I wasn't going through a lot of my Crassulas. I'll just show you under there. I have a large bowl garden that I started to do and I've got distracted as usual. This was a few days ago now, so this is in need. I'm going to take everything out of this bowl garden and replant it again. I'm going to make a lovely lovely video when I do. I might put some lovely crystals around it as well and do a lovely making a many different types of Crassula jades all into this bowl garden arrangement. And because I have a lot of little pots as well, there's for example these little ones here, I might add them to the lovely display, and it saves on space putting them all together. And then I'm going to put that on a lovely little pedestal, bit of a nice position here in the polytunnel. So that's all sort of under there, and them two are going to put it with it as well. That's the table all cleaned, and all the trays all given a bit of a brush and pan as well. And I'm going to start off by putting the big Crassulas at the very back, and then doing a nice display with the Aeoniums and the Crassulas, and show you what it looks like when it's all done. Just prune back some of the really lanky bits of the Aeoniums, and a few of my Aeoniums, this particular one at the back here, definitely needs a good pruning back, cutting right back and then propagating these top parts. But I'll do a separate video on that in the future when I get round to pruning them all. But I'll just cut off the obviously big horrible stalks at the moment. And as Aeoniums always lose the bottom leaves as they grow up, and they tend to grow quite lanky, so I just remove all of these little leaves like that. Come away very easy on Aeoniums. There you go guys, that's the first lot done here. I've got all my Crassulas and some other type of these are Crassulas, or they don't look like the traditional type of jade plants there. So I've got these here, the ones that are draping down. Look quite nice. I've got all my Aeoniums here at the back. A couple of more different types of succulents. This is a sedum, but because it's quite large, I've decided to have it on the back wall here. And as I say, my Tesseraneria elephantypes at the back there. And this again is also a Crassula. And this one, I can't remember the name of this. It's actually related to the lithops, the Besembria family, but because they sort of look a bit grass-like, I've decided to put them together there because it looks quite good. And here a mixture of different types of Crassulas here. Now this one isn't; these aren't Crassulas. They look like it, but actually Polytunnel Afra, as it's called. This is the variegated one, and this is the all green one, another all green one there. But because they're sort of similar in appearance, I've decided to keep them all together. Now there's a space there. What I'm going to be doing now is putting my Echeverias onto these two trays here, starting with the largest ones, such as that one over here at the back, and then all the smaller ones then onto the front of the trays, and then show you what it looks like when it's all done. Now, just to let you know, guys, I'm often being asked about Echeverias with the dead leaves underneath. It's really natural for Echeverias as they grow. These bottom leaves here, they just go brown and crispy. You just literally pull them away. You can either use a pair of tweezers or just pull them away with your fingers. And I have made a video on how to remove the dead leaves from Echeveria plants. So if you want to know how to do it, or you just want to learn a little bit about it, then do check out my video I've made on how to remove the dead leaves from Echeverias. Links up above. Tra-la! That's it all done. The majority of the Echeverias all put away, all the Crassulas put away, and all the Aeoniums put away. And I put a mixture of a few of the types of succulents as well. As I say, this one here, I can't remember the name of this for the life of me, but it is one of the lithops family, and a few different other types, but the majority of them are all Echeverias and Crassulas, and looking much better there. And there's still space around the tray, so if I need to pot them on this year, then there's going to be places for them where to go. And this is what I'm left with, and this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow in tomorrow's video. I'm going to be putting all that's on the floor there up onto the back plant shelves there, and doing a nice arrangement and sharing it with you all. Now I'm just going to show you, because although I said the majority of my Echeverias are here, this is another one of my Echeverias here, one of the Setosa. But because this is in a lovely little planter dish, isn't it gorgeous in flower? This, I'm not actually sure what this succulent is. I think it's some type of sedum. Very pretty at the moment, as you can see. But this one is Echeveria setosa, but it's in a bowl. So that one I'm going to be putting onto there, because I ran out of space on here and I wanted to keep all the ones more or less in the individual pots on there. I'll just show you some of my other Echeverias while I'm here, guys. As I mentioned, I have a few also over here too, and this is a bit of a bowl garden. It's a little bit of a mess at the moment. I might probably give it a bit of a pruning maybe this year, and take some cuttings and neaten it up a bit. But there's a mixture on here of Graptopetalum, Echeverias and everything here. This is Echeveria metallica, lovely there, and another Graptopetalum. And this one is my very old Pearl Von, as they call it. This is actually, say very old, it's not that old, probably about 5 or 6 years old. I got it from Lidl supermarket, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It looks like and one thing I love about Echeveria is they always look like they're in flower, because the way the leaf arrangement, it's just so beautiful. Lovely deep purpley colour on that as well. So as I say, that's my other ones there that are going to stay there. And I have another Pearl Von here as well, which is more of a new addition, about a couple of years old now. But I think they looks a lot better anyway, guys. What do you reckon? And I can reach everyone now to give everything a good water. And this is just how nature is remarkable. This here, not the most attractive, I know, but in the winter when I came in to check on all the plants, I noticed this had gone brown, and I had to cut it back. Obviously part of the stem cut back, and it calloused over. Still a little bit of black, but it's hardened, so it's not disease or anything like that. And it's just starting to grow new little rosettes coming from the top there where I cut it. Absolutely lovely. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And as I say, stay tuned for tomorrow's video in the polytunnel, where I'm going to be putting all of these succulents away on the back shelf there. So guys, thank you so much for watching. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow cacti and succulents, please do check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. And if you want to know a little bit more on how to grow Echeveria, please check a video I've made out called How to Care for and Grow Echeveria Plants. And I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, or till tomorrow's video, bye.